What if I told you the one place you trust the most, your bedroom, could actually be making you feel unwell? It might sound hard to believe because your bedroom is supposed to be your safe haven. It's the place where you can finally unwind, get some rest, and recharge after a long day. Especially as we get older, good sleep becomes even more important. It's when your body repairs itself, your mind clears, and your energy is restored. But here's something to consider. There might be things in your bedroom right now, things you've likely had for many years, that are quietly affecting your health every single night. And the frustrating part is, you probably wouldn't even think twice about them. I'm not just talking about a mattress that's lost its support or an old, worn-out pair of pajamas. I'm talking about hidden factors that could be disrupting your sleep, triggering your allergies, bothering your joints, and even making it harder to think clearly, all without you realizing it. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, well, my bedroom feels fine, I sleep okay most nights, I don't see any problem. And honestly, that's what many people think, until those little health issues start to creep in. You might wake up feeling stiff, a bit tired and out of it, maybe a little congested. You might just chalk it up to getting older or maybe the change in the weather. But what if that's not the whole story? What if it's something in your bedroom? You see, after the age of 60, our bodies don't bounce back quite the same way they used to. We can be more sensitive to things in our environment that cause allergies. Our joints need better support to feel comfortable. Our immune systems might not be as strong as they once were. Even the air we breathe at night can have a bigger impact on how we feel the next morning. And here's something many folks don't often think about. You spend a significant portion of your life in that room. If you're getting your recommended 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night, you're spending over 2,500 hours a year in your bedroom. Imagine breathing in tiny harmful particles or sleeping in a space that's quietly working against your health, night after night, year after year. That's why this is important. The small things we might ignore can add up. And for people like us, those small things could be the difference between waking up ready to enjoy the day or waking up feeling completely drained. So today, I'm going to talk about some surprising things that could be lurking in your bedroom right now, things that are slowly and quietly affecting your health, your sleep, and your overall well-being. Once you understand what these things are, you might never look at your bedroom in quite the same way again. Some of these are common mistakes we all make. Honestly, I've been guilty of a few myself. But the good news is, they're usually easy to fix. Simple changes, easy swaps, that could help you sleep better, breathe easier, and wake up feeling more like yourself again. By the end of this information, you'll have a better idea of what you can do to turn your bedroom back into the restful and healing space it was always meant to be. Because at this stage of life, good sleep isn't just a luxury, it's like your body's most powerful medicine. So, if you're ready to feel better, breathe easier, and maybe even wake up with a little more energy in your step, stick with me. You might be surprised by what has been hiding right under your nose, and even under your bed. Let's take a look. Old pillows, the silent companions you sleep with every night. Now, let me ask you, how long have you had your current pillow? A few years? Maybe even longer? It probably feels soft, familiar, almost like an old friend, right? You fluff it up every night, position it just the way you like, and drift off to sleep. But what if that pillow is actually doing you more harm than good? You see, most of us don't often think about our pillows. We might worry about the mattress, we change our sheets regularly, but the pillow just stays there, sometimes for many years. And that's precisely where the problem lies. Here's the truth that might make you a little uneasy. If your pillow is more than 2 years old, it has likely become a breeding ground for dust mites, bacteria, sweat, and even mold. And every single night, you're pressing your face into it, breathing all of that in for hours. I know that might sound a bit dramatic, but think about this. Have you ever woken up feeling stuffed up or congested, like your nose just won't clear? Do you sometimes have a scratchy throat in the morning, or wake up already feeling tired even after sleeping what you thought was a full night? You might have blamed it on the weather or just thought it was part of getting older. But the truth is, it could be your pillow. Dust mites thrive in warm, humid environments, and they absolutely love pillows. They feed off the tiny skin cells we naturally shed every night. And it's not just the mites themselves that are the issue, it's their waste products that can trigger allergies. Yes, sneezing, watery eyes, sinus headaches, that foggy-headed feeling in the morning, all of that could be your pillow working against you. And let's talk about your skin for a moment. We all know it can become harder to keep our skin healthy as we age. It can get thinner, drier, and more easily irritated. Now, imagine this: every night, your pillow is soaking up oil from your skin, sweat, dead skin cells, and even leftover lotions or hair products. Over time, it becomes a less than clean surface, and every night you lay your face right back down on it. If you've noticed more breakouts, redness, or unexplained irritation, it might not just be your skincare routine. It could be your pillow causing problems. And here's what's particularly concerning, especially if you live in a humid climate or tend to sweat at night: mold can actually start growing inside your pillow. You won't necessarily see it, you might not even smell it, but you'll be breathing it in night after night. Breathing in mold spores like that has been linked to various issues, from that persistent brain fog and fatigue to more serious respiratory problems over time. So, what's the solution? Luckily, this is one of the easier things to address, but many of us just never get around to it. If your pillow is more than 2 years old, it's time to let it go. I know it might feel tough. It can seem like part of your familiar bedtime routine. But trust me, it's not worth risking your health. When you're shopping for a new one, look for hypoallergenic materials. Choose something designed to resist dust mites, bacteria, and mold. Memory foam, latex, or a good down alternative can work well. Just make sure it's made with your health in mind. And here's a bonus tip: invest in a pillow protector. I'm not just talking about a pillowcase. Get a true protective cover that zips closed and keeps all that dust, sweat, and allergens out of your pillow. Wash both your pillowcase and that protective cover at least once a week in hot water. This simple habit can make a world of difference. Remember, your pillow should support you, cradle your neck, and help you sleep deeply, not quietly undermine your health. The bottom line is this: if you're waking up feeling worse than when you went to bed, it might not just be your age. It could be what's right under your nose, literally. So tonight, before you get into bed, take a good look at your pillow. Has it become flat? Does it smell a little off? If you fold it in half, does it just stay folded instead of springing back? Those are good signs that it's time for a new one. It's a small change, but one that could help you sleep better, breathe easier, and wake up feeling rested, not worn out. You spend nearly 2,500 hours a year with your head on that pillow. Don't let it be the reason you're waking up exhausted. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Clutter under the bed, the hidden health trap you might not have considered. Now, here's something most people don't often stop to think about. What exactly is hiding under your bed right now? Old storage boxes, stacks of magazines, maybe even things you've completely forgotten were down there. And listen, I understand. Under the bed seems like the perfect, out-of-the-way spot to store things. It's out of sight, out of mind, you don't trip over it, and it helps keep the rest of the room looking tidy. But here's the potential problem. Just because you can't easily see it doesn't mean it's harmless. In fact, all that stuff under your bed could be quietly disrupting your sleep and affecting your health every single night. Think about it. When was the last time you really cleaned under there? For many of us, it's been a while. And that's exactly why dust, bacteria, and even mold can thrive down there. It's dark, it's undisturbed, and it can be the perfect breeding ground for things you don't want anywhere near your lungs. And what happens when you lie down to sleep at night? Your body relaxes, you breathe more deeply, and everything that's trapped underneath your bed, you end up breathing it in hour after hour. Dust mites, mold spores, stale air, all rising up from the space beneath you. Do you ever wake up feeling stuffy or congested, like your allergies are worse in the morning? You might blame pollen or the weather, but the truth is, the problem could be right under you. Those dust mites feed on the dead skin cells you shed while you sleep, and their waste is a major trigger for allergies: runny nose, dry throat, sneezing. It might not be a cold. It could just be cluttered, dusty air. But it's not just about dust and allergens. There's something else at play here: your mental energy. You see, even when you're asleep, your subconscious mind picks up on clutter. It registers that messy, crowded space, even if you're not consciously thinking about it. And that can leave you feeling restless, uneasy, like you didn't really sleep well at all. Have you ever walked into a messy room and instantly felt overwhelmed, even a little stressed? That same effect can happen while you sleep. You might not see the clutter, but your body senses it, and it can keep you from reaching that deep, restorative rest your body desperately needs. And here's one more thing most people forget: clutter blocks airflow. Your bedroom needs proper air circulation to keep the air fresh and clean. But when the space under your bed is packed tight with storage bins, old clothes, or random items, air gets trapped. Instead of breathing crisp, clean air, you're breathing musty, recycled air all night long. That alone can make you wake up feeling groggy, no matter how many hours you slept. So, what can you do about it? First, take a peek under your bed. Go ahead, check what's down there. If it's packed from one side to the other, it's time for a change. Clear it out. Donate what you no longer need, throw away the junk, and vacuum thoroughly to get rid of the dust and debris that has been building up. If you absolutely must store things under your bed, use clean, airtight containers, not open boxes or bags that can easily collect dust. Ideally, the space under your bed should be as clear and open as possible. If you really need the storage space, limit what you keep there and make sure it's clean and well organized. And here's something I encourage you to try. Just for one night, sleep in your bedroom after you've cleared and cleaned under the bed. Maybe even open a window to let some fresh air circulate, and see how you feel the next morning. You might be surprised. You might wake up feeling lighter, more refreshed than you have in weeks. Because sometimes, it's not your age or your mattress, it's that hidden clutter dragging your energy down. Remember, your bedroom is your sanctuary, not a storage closet. The clearer the space around you, the calmer your mind, and the better your body can rest. It's a small change, but it can make a big difference. And the best part? It's completely within your control. Scented candles and air fresheners, they smell good, but could they be making you feel unwell? I know this one might surprise some of you, because who doesn't appreciate a bedroom that smells clean and fresh? There's just something comforting about walking into a room that has the scent of fresh linen, lavender, or warm vanilla. It feels cozy, safe, like home. But here's the part nobody often talks about. Those lovely scents might be secretly affecting your health, and the frustrating thing is, you're breathing them in every single night while you sleep. You see, many of those plug-in air fresheners, scented sprays, and even some candles aren't as harmless as they seem. Sure, they might smell pleasant, but many are loaded with chemicals known as volatile organic compounds, or VOCs. Now, VOCs might sound like a technical term that's not a big deal, but here's what you should know. VOCs can irritate your lungs, bother your sinuses, and even potentially disrupt your hormones over time. That means those fresh smells could be contributing to a range of issues, from headaches, scratchy throats, and sinus problems to feeling tired, foggy-headed, and even downright exhausted when you wake up. And if you already deal with asthma, allergies, or other breathing sensitivities, these chemicals could be making things even worse. Here's something that really surprised me when I started looking into this. The problem doesn't necessarily disappear when the scent fades. These chemicals don't just vanish into thin air. They can settle into your pillows, your blankets, your carpet, even your walls. You could be breathing them in long after you've stopped actively noticing the smell, night after night, week after week. That constant, low-level exposure can add up, especially as we get older and our bodies aren't always as quick to recover. So, if you've ever woken up with a headache, a scratchy throat, or just feeling a bit off, it might not just be your age or the weather. It could be that vanilla-scented candle you often burn in the corner or that plug-in air freshener you've had running for months. Now, please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying your bedroom shouldn't smell nice. We all appreciate a fresh and inviting space. But there are better, healthier ways to achieve that. Ways that won't put your lungs or your overall health at risk. First, consider getting rid of chemical-based air fresheners and many scented candles. Take a look at the labels. If you see words like fragrance or parfum without a complete list of ingredients, that's often a red flag. Instead, think about switching to natural alternatives. Try using a high-quality essential oil diffuser with scents like lavender, eucalyptus, or peppermint. Not only do these smell wonderful, but they also have natural calming properties that might actually help you sleep better. And if you enjoy candles, opt for natural beeswax or soy candles that are scented with essential oils. These tend to burn cleaner without releasing as many potentially harmful toxins. But here's one of my favorite tips, and it's one that many people overlook. Consider adding a few air-purifying plants to your bedroom. Plants like aloe vera, snake plants, or peace lilies don't just make your space look more inviting, they actually help to clean the air while you sleep. These natural little powerhouses can absorb certain toxins and release fresh oxygen, giving you cleaner, healthier air to breathe all night long. It's like having a mini air purifier that works quietly while you rest. The bottom line is this: your bedroom should be a place of healing and rest, not a source of hidden harm. Breathing clean air while you sleep isn't just a luxury. It's one of the best things you can do for your health, your lungs, and your energy levels. So tonight, take a look around your room. What exactly is in the air you're breathing for 8 hours straight? If it's full of synthetic chemicals and artificial fragrances, it might be time for a change. Make the switch to more natural options, clear the air, and see how much better you feel in just 1 week. You might be surprised at how deeply you sleep, how refreshed you wake up, and how much clearer your mind feels. Trust me, your body will thank you. Heavy, dark curtains blocking more than just light, they might be stealing your energy. Let me ask you this. Have you ever woken up after what you thought was a full night's sleep, but instead of feeling rested, you just feel a bit off, groggy, sluggish, like you could easily crawl right back under the covers and sleep for another 3 hours? You might blame it on your mattress, or maybe you didn't sleep as soundly as you thought. But what if the real issue was your curtains? I know it might sound a little odd. After all, we've often been told that blackout curtains are the best thing ever for sleep. They make your room nice and dark, block out every bit of street light, and create that cozy, cave-like atmosphere where you can drift off without a care in the world. And sure, blackout curtains can certainly help you fall asleep faster. But what some people don't realize is that they might also be contributing to that tired, groggy, and sluggish feeling long after the sun has come up. Here's why. Your body is naturally designed to wake up with the light of the sun. When morning light gently filters into your room, it sends a powerful signal to your brain. It's time to wake up and get going. That natural light helps to tell your body to stop producing melatonin, the hormone that makes you feel sleepy, and to start producing serotonin, which boosts your mood, energy, and focus. But when your room stays completely dark, thanks to those thick, heavy curtains, your brain might not get that important cue. You could end up staying in sleep mode for much longer than your body actually needs. That's why you can sometimes sleep 8 or even 9 hours and still wake up feeling like you barely slept at all. And it doesn't stop there. Heavy curtains don't just block light, they can also trap stale air. Without proper airflow, your bedroom can become a bit stuffy and lifeless. The air can feel heavy, humid, and it can even accumulate more dust. And that stale air is exactly what you're breathing in all night long. As we get older, we can become more sensitive to poor air quality. That's why you might wake up with a dry throat, some congestion, or just feeling generally drained, even if you slept through the night. And here's something else people don't always think about. Keeping your bedroom dark all the time can actually have an impact on your mood. Natural light is one of the most powerful tools we have for boosting our energy, lifting our spirits, and helping to keep feelings of low mood at bay, especially as we age. Sunlight helps trigger the release of serotonin, the hormone that makes us feel more alert, motivated, and even happier. But if your bedroom stays dark throughout the morning, your body might not get that natural boost, and slowly, without you even realizing it, you might start feeling more sluggish, less motivated, or even a little down. So, what's the solution? It's all about finding a balance. You don't necessarily have to throw out your blackout curtains completely, but it's important to be smart about how and when you use them. At night, sure, close them to block out unwanted light and get a good night's rest. But in the morning, make it a point to open them wide and let that sunlight pour in. Even just 15 to 20 minutes of morning light can help reset your internal clock, wake up your brain, and help your body produce the energy you need to feel good throughout the day. And if you're ready for an upgrade, here's an even better solution. Consider switching to light filtering curtains. These allow gentle sunlight to come through while still providing you with privacy. You'll get the best of both worlds, a dark enough room for restful sleep at night, and that crucial morning light to help kickstart your day. And don't forget about airflow. Whenever possible, crack a window to let in some fresh air. You could also run a fan or even consider investing in a small air purifier. Fresh air and natural light are some of the most powerful and readily available health boosters we have. The bottom line is this: your bedroom should work with your body's natural rhythms, not against them. When you wake up with the sun, breathe clean air, and start your day in a more natural way, things tend to feel better, your mood, your energy levels, and your overall health. Try it for just a few days. Open those curtains first thing in the morning and see how you feel. I think you might be surprised at the difference it can make. Now, I've saved this one for last because, honestly, it's one of the toughest habits for many of us to break, whether you're 30 or 70. Almost everyone these days has the same routine. We bring our phones to bed. It's often the last thing we check before our head hits the pillow and the first thing we reach for when we wake up. Maybe you tell yourself, I'm just quickly checking the news, or scrolling through a few photos, or reading a short article. But before you know it, an hour has gone by, and you're still wide awake. But here's the truth that many of us don't like to admit. Your phone is quietly sabotaging your sleep, and the effects can be more significant than you might think, especially as we get older. Let me explain why that bright little screen might not seem like a big deal, but it emits blue light. This type of light can actually trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. And when your brain thinks it's daytime, it does something that's not helpful for sleep. It stops producing melatonin, the hormone your body needs to relax and fall asleep naturally. Ever wonder why you can feel wide awake after scrolling through your phone, even when you felt exhausted just minutes before? That's likely your phone interfering with your natural sleep cycle, keeping your brain alert, your body restless, and your mind racing. But it doesn't stop there. Even if you eventually do fall asleep, your phone can continue to work against you. Those late-night notifications, the buzzes, the dings, even the screen lighting up, all of it can pull you out of deep sleep, whether you consciously hear it or not. You see, your brain can stay somewhat on alert when your phone is nearby, almost like it's waiting for the next notification. That's why you might wake up the next morning feeling groggy, foggy-headed, and exhausted, even if you technically slept for 8 hours. And let me tell you, as we age, deep sleep becomes even more important. That's the stage of sleep where your body does a lot of its healing, your mind clears out, and your energy gets properly restored. And the truth is, your phone might be stealing some of that crucial deep sleep from you, night after night. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but I use my phone as my alarm clock. I need it nearby. I hear you, I really do. But here's the good news, there's a simple fix. Start by keeping your phone out of reach at night. Put it on a dresser across the room, or even better, charge it in another room entirely, out of sight, out of mind. And trust me, your brain will thank you for the break. If you still need an alarm, get yourself an old-fashioned alarm clock. They're inexpensive, they work perfectly well, and they won't hijack your sleep like your phone can. If you absolutely must keep your phone nearby, at least put it on airplane mode and turn it face down. That way, there are no random notifications or flashes dragging you out of deep sleep. And here's a challenge for you. Just try it for 1 week. No phone in bed, no scrolling right before sleep, no notifications buzzing at 2 a.m. Instead, maybe grab a good book, listen to some calming music, or even just sit quietly and let your mind wind down naturally, the way it was designed to. I promise you, you might be surprised at how much better you sleep, how much clearer your head feels, and how much more energy you have the next morning. Because here's the thing, sleep is your superpower, especially now. It's one of the key things that helps your body heal, protects your mind, and keeps you feeling strong. Don't let that tiny screen rob you of it. Make this change and give yourself the restful sleep you truly deserve. Final thought, your bedroom should be a place of healing, not harm. At the end of the day, your bedroom isn't just where you sleep. It's where your body recovers, where your mind rests, and where you prepare for whatever the next day might bring. It should be your sanctuary, a safe and peaceful space that works with your body, not against it. And the good news is, you don't have to fix everything all at once. Small changes can make a big difference. Start by considering tossing that old pillow. Your neck, your skin, and your sinuses might thank you. Clear out the clutter hiding under your bed and give yourself the gift of clean, open space and fresh air. Think about ditching the chemical air fresheners and switching to something more natural. Your lungs deserve better. Let the sunlight in every morning and help wake up your body the way nature intended. And finally, consider moving that phone away from your bed and protect your sleep like the treasure it is. These simple steps could truly transform the way you sleep, the way you feel when you wake up, and even your overall health. Because the truth is, you deserve to wake up feeling rested, clear-headed, and ready for the day every single morning.